Have you ever smiled when you didn't feel like it? Have you ever laughed at a joke you didn't find funny, just to fit in? Have you ever changed the way you speak, the way you dress, the way you laugh, just so someone would accept you? If you have, then this story is for you. Because today, we are going to follow a wolf who was tired of being feared, a wolf who wanted to belong, a wolf who learned to bark like a dog. But what he lost in that journey will break your heart. And what he found at the end will change how you see yourself forever. Stay with us till the end. I promise. This is one story you will never forget. Deep inside a forest, where the trees grew tall and the nights were cold, there lived a wolf named Kael. Kael was not like the other wolves in his pack. He was not cruel, he was not loud, he did not enjoy the hunt. He was gentle, curious, sensitive. And because of this, the other wolves kept their distance from him. So Kael spent most of his days alone, watching the world from a distance. Every evening, from the edge of the forest, he would watch the village below. He saw the warm golden light pouring from the windows of small houses. He saw children running and laughing in the streets. He saw dogs, being held, being fed, being loved. And every night, Kael would climb a hill, look up at the moon, open his chest, and howl. A long, aching, beautiful howl. It was the only moment he felt truly alive, truly himself. But no one was listening. One winter morning, something happened that Kael would never forget. A young dog from the village, a small, scruffy thing with a wagging tail, wandered into the forest. Kael watched from behind a tree, curious. The dog did not run, it did not bark, it simply sat down, looked at Kael, and tilted its head. Kael stepped closer, slowly. He sniffed the air. The dog smelled like home, like warmth, like belonging. For 3 days, the dog stayed. And during those 3 days, Kael watched everything. The way the dog sat, the way it moved, the soft, friendly sound it made, that short, harmless bark. And then the dog left. And Kael stood there alone again. He made a decision. If he could bark like a dog, maybe the humans would accept him too. But here is what Kael did not know yet. Every mask we wear has a cost. And soon, he would discover exactly what that cost was. Kael practiced for weeks. Every morning, hidden behind the rocks, he practiced the bark. Short, soft, non-threatening. He watched how dogs walked, with loose, relaxed shoulders. He mimicked that too. He stopped howling at the moon. He stopped running through the open fields at full speed. He stopped being big. And slowly, it worked. The village children stopped running when they saw him. A farmer's wife left food near the edge of the forest. One old man even reached out and touched his head. Kael felt something he had never felt before. Warmth. Acceptance. He was welcome. He moved closer to the village, then closer still. He slept near the warm firelight. He ate the food that was left for him. He wagged his tail, even though wolves don't naturally wag their tails. And during the day, it almost felt real. But every single night, when the village was asleep, when the fires died down, when the darkness returned, Kael would walk to the edge of the forest, and he would look up at the moon, and he would feel it, rising from somewhere deep inside his chest. That howl. That beautiful, ancient, powerful howl. But he swallowed it. Every night, he swallowed it. Because he was afraid. Afraid that if they heard the real him, they would run. Months passed, and Kael began to feel something strange. Something cold. He was surrounded by people, but he had never felt more alone. They loved the dog he was pretending to be, but nobody knew the wolf that he actually was. The howl inside him grew louder every night, not from joy, but from pain, from the pressure of holding it in. One night, he could not hold it anymore. He walked to the edge of the forest, sat down in the tall grass, looked up at the full moon, and he let it out. Long, Raw, honest, wild, real. The sound rose into the sky like a prayer, like a cry, like the most beautiful music the forest had ever heard. And then Kael heard footsteps behind him. He froze. He turned around. Standing at the edge of the field, wrapped in a blanket, eyes wide open, was a little girl, the shepherd's daughter. She couldn't have been more than 7 years old. Kael's heart stopped. He waited for the scream. He waited for her to run. Instead, she said, "That was the most beautiful sound I have ever heard." She did not run from the wolf. She ran towards him, because she had heard something that the bark never gave her, the truth. The little girl sat beside Kael that night. She was not afraid. And for the first time, Kael did not perform. He did not bark. He did not wag his tail. He simply existed as himself. Over the following weeks, the girl came back every evening, and she always asked for the same thing. "Can you howl again, please?" And slowly, slowly, others in the village began to come too, to listen, to sit in the quiet dark and hear that sound that seemed to reach somewhere deep inside the human heart. Kael never stopped being a wolf, but he stopped being afraid of it. And here's what he understood. The bark brought him close to people, but the howl made them love him. Because people do not fall in love with the version of you that tries to fit in. They fall in love with the version of you that dares to be real. So let me ask you something before you go. Is there a part of you, a howl inside you, that you have been hiding? A dream you stopped talking about because someone laughed? A talent you buried because the world didn't seem to want it? Maybe it is time to stop barking and start howling. The right people will not run. They will sit down, wrap themselves in a blanket, and say, "That was the most beautiful sound I have ever heard." If this story touched something inside you, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs to hear it today.